Hello there. My name is Reynard Delente, 20 years old, from Santo Rosario, Isabel, Leyte. BSMT1, Bravo. Now, the first one is, let's see, choose a belief or any of your beliefs and practices that you believe to be philosophically incorrect. Then rationalize your new position, contrary belief, or truth using philosophical principles and support it with evidence. Okay. The belief that all life can be saved is often rooted in compassion and hope, but philosophically it is not entirely sound. Upon deeper reflection, I now believe that this idea is flawed because it ignores the reality of human nature, the limitation of morality, and the principle of autonomy. From a from a philosophical standpoint, particularly through the lens of um, particularly through the lens of existentialism and realism, not all lives can or should be saved, especially when doing so may violate others' rights or create greater harm to society. Existentialist thinkers like John Paul Sartre argue that individuals are responsible for giving meaning to their own lives through choices. Some people, however, repeatedly choose violence, oppression, and destruction despite opportunities to change. In such cases, trying to save them denies the reality of their their freedom and moral accountability. Furthermore, from a utilitarian perspective, the greatest good for the greatest number may require prioritizing the safety and well-being of the innocent over endlessly trying to rehabilitate those who pose persistent danger. Evidence from criminal justice systems shows that certain individuals, such as serial offenders or terrorists, resist rehabilitation, and repeated attempts to save them may risk more lives. Thus, the more ethically grounded belief is that not all lives can be saved, and sometimes it should not be. The second one is, should death should the death penalty be enacted and legalized in our country? Explain your ethical judgment in this issue using moral law. Okay, yes, for me, I believe that the death penalty should be legalized in our country, especially for heinous crimes such as murder, rape of rape of minors, and terrorism. Under moral law, particularly in the context of retributive justice, those who intentionally and gravely violate the rights of others must be held accountable in proportion to their actions. Capital capital punishment in this view serves not only a deterrent to potential criminals, reinforcing the sanctity of life and order in society. From an ethical standpoint, the death penalty upholds principles that every every individual is morally responsible for their actions. While mercy and rehabilitation are important, moral law also recognizes that justice must protect the innocent and uphold the common good. If applied fairly and judiciously, the death penalty can restore moral balance and deliver justice to the victims and their families, particularly in a nation where impunity for severe crimes often prevails. And that's all from me. Thank you very much.